I'm pretty sure I'm like the only one with a Red Bull cap that didn't have a bad weekend. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. And today we are talking about this year's 2018 Bahrain Grand Prix. And what a race it was. That best race of the season by far. We've only had 2 races, but still I hope that's probably going to go down as one of the best races of the season. Because it was crazy. It really was. But first off, we're going to start off, as we always do, by taking a look at the race results. So it was Sebastian Vettel who won from pole position at Bahrain, 2 for 2 to start the season. And it looked pretty simple. Now, on the timing screens, it would look pretty simple, pole to flag, but it really wasn't. Valtteri Bottas was second. He was closing in on Vettel towards the line because he had harder tyres. Third was Lewis Hamilton from 9th on the grid. 4th place went to, oh my god, 4th place, without a doubt, driver of the day, which is why he's in the thumbnail. Basically every single race I'm going to have whoever's the driver of the day on the thumbnail. Pierre Gasly, 4th place for Toro Rosso. Honda's best result since they came back to F1. Oh my god. That's their best race finish since Silverstone in 2008, when Rubens Barrichello finished on the podium for them, along with Lewis Hamilton, who won that race, and Nick Heidfeld, who finished second. It's a classic race. Anyway, back to Bahrain 2018. Pierre Gasly, what a race by him. He's now level on points with Daniel Ricciardo and ahead of Max Verstappen in the standings after their disastrous race, which I'll get onto in a minute. 5th place went to Kevin Magnussen. Solid race from him. Haas's equal best finishing position. Nico Hülkenberg finished 6th. 7th place went to, I can't actually remember who was 7th actually. Jeez, that not very good, because it was such a good race. I've actually forgotten. Oh yeah, 7th place was Fernando Alonso in his McLaren Renault. 8th place was Stoffel Van Dorn. Good result again for McLaren after a frustrating qualifying on Saturday. 9th went to 9th place went to it was the Sauber of Marcus Ericsson, P9. What a result. And Esteban Ocon for 4th, and they picked up the final point in 10th place. 11th place went to the Renault of Carlos Sainz, who's had a pretty disappointing start to the season. 12th place was originally Sergio Perez, but him and Brendan Hartley got post-race 30-second time penalties for overtaking under the formation lap, meaning that now 12th place will go to the Sauber of Charles Leclerc. P13 will go, after those penalties, to Romain Grosjean. P14 will go to Lance Stroll, and 15th would be Sergei Sorokin. 16th would be Sergio Perez, and Brendan Hartley would be dead last in 17th. So your retirements list of the 2018 Bahrain Grand Prix is Kimi Raikkonen, Max Verstappen, and Daniel Ricciardo. Absolute disaster for Red Bull. So let's compare them to my predictions. So my predictions, anyway, I had Lewis Hamilton winning the race. He was 3rd, so not too bad. I had Sebastian Vettel finishing 2nd. He won, not too far off as well. Valtteri Bottas, I had him finishing 4th. He finished 2nd. Not too bad. So Max Verstappen, I had finishing 3rd. He retired, so very bad. I'll take a big L for that. Valtteri Bottas, I had finishing 4th. He finished 2nd. Not too far off there. Daniel Ricciardo, I had him finishing 5th. He didn't finish the race either. And In 6th place I had Kimi Räikkönen, he also failed to finish. Fernando Alonso, I had him finishing 7th, I got that spot on. I had Nico Hülkenberg finishing 8th, he finished 6th, so not too bad. 9th I had Stoffel van Dorn, he was 8th, not too bad again. And 10th I have Carlos Sainz, he was 11th, not too far off again. 11th I had Romain Grosjean, he was 13th, not too far off. 12th I had Kevin Magnussen, he was 5th. Big L for that. Yeah. 13th I had it was Esteban Ocon, and he was 10th, so not too far off there. Perez I had 14th, he ended up 16th after his half-a-minute penalty, so again not too far off there. 15th I had Lance Stroll, which he was 14th after those penalties. Oh god. 16th I had Sergei Sorokin, he was 15th after the penalties. 17th I had Brendan Hartley, which was spot on after his half-a-minute penalty. And then 18th I had Pierre Gasly. Big L for that, he finished 4th. I'll take the biggest L you could. Just spam L's in the comments for me, please. Just spell out loser in the comments. Just because I'll take it. I'll take it at this point. And 19th I had Charles Leclerc. He was 12th after all those penalties. So yeah, and then last place I had Marcus Ericsson. He was 9th. I'll take another L for that. But yeah, there's only one place to start, and that is the start, obviously. So offline, Vettel got a good getaway, so did Bottas. Bottas jumped Raikkonen into 2nd place, and going into turn 1, they all made it through the first corner safely, but then going into turn 4, there was contact between Brendan Hartley and Sergio Perez. How ironic, the two that got post-race 30-second time penalties collided with each other on the first lap. And Perez took a big hit. Surprised Perez wasn't out of the race at that point. Surprised neither of them were out of the race at that point. Hartley got a 10-second penalty. So it's like, please, can you just stop giving Hartley penalties? Please. If you're going to give Perez a 30-second penalty, but you want Hartley to add up to 30 seconds as well, then just give him a 20-second penalty for overtaking on the formation lap. Just please. Like, my god. But anyway, back to the race. And they actually were able to continue on, and Hartley locked up again, like in Australia, but it was nowhere near as serious. They were able to continue on, but then another major talking point is Max Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton. Both of them were out of position on the grid. Hamilton 9th, Verstappen 15th. Verstappen just had a terrible weekend. Broke down in FP1, crashed in qualifying, and then, what I'm about to talk about now. They were going into turn 1, and then Alonso was going very slowly. I think it was Alonso. It was a McLaren anyway, and Verstappen had to move because he would have he ran into the back of Alonso or Van Dorn or whatever McLaren it was. But then again, Lewis Hamilton was there, and he was going to make contact with him. So he was going to make contact either way. He saw a gap and he went for it. Because as Ayrton Senna said, you no longer go for a gap, you're no longer a racing driver. So Verstappen went for the gap, that was there, and it didn't pay off. And then he made contact with Hamilton. Hamilton obviously didn't get any damage because he's so #blessed. And then Verstappen got a left rear puncture. I can't speak. Oh my god. And then he had to let go. I can't speak. I can't speak. He had to limp round, obviously, with the puncture, and then it was disaster for Red Bull because on lap 2, Ricardo had I seriously can't speak. Electrical issue because his wheel went blank midway through a corner, and then he just had to park up. So Ricardo was out the race, and then Verstappen had to retire with a gearbox issue, I think it was in the end. So disastrous weekend for Red Bull. And in fact, straight after Verstappen's retirement, they were already starting to pack up to leave to go to China. If that doesn't sum up how bad Red Bull's weekend was, I don't know what does. But yeah. Then there was then there was what happened next? I can't even remember. So basically then it was the Hamilton overtaking 3 cars into turn 1. Fair enough. They were much slower cars, but still, it's still a 3-car overtake. It was the Force India of Esteban Ocon, I believe it was the Renault of Carlos Sainz, and then I think it was Hulkenberg, Ocon, and Gasly. I think that's who they were. He overtook 3 cars in the space of 1 corner. Bear in mind there were sparks flying in his face and everything. And that was crazy. We're already 11 minutes into this video, and I've not even got to the halfway point of this review yet. Just, my god. But yeah, Hamilton got into what was it, fourth place at that point? Yeah, I think it was 4th. And then we got to the pit stops. Vettel pitted from the super softs onto the softs, and Bottas pitted onto the mediums. So it looked like it was going to be a 2-stop for Ferrari, 1 stop for Mercedes. Ferrari going on to the softs, then Ferrari were gonna go super soft, then soft, then soft, and Mercedes were just gonna go super soft, then mediums. Well, Hamilton went from soft to I can't speak. Oh my god. Then there was then when they got back in front, Hamilton was trying to hold up Vettel so that Bottas could try and overtake him, which I know it's a team sport, but if I was in the team, I genuinely wouldn't have done that. I would have just, because I mean, let's be fair. Yeah, I know that Vettel is clearly the golden boy of Ferrari, and whilst Bottas isn't really the golden boy of Mercedes, if Bottas wants to seriously challenge Vettel, then surely he's got to fight. Surely he can't just have Lewis, or let's just call him Blessed, holding him up all the time. My god, just please. Then there was then Raikkonen was a bit further back, and oh my god. Then we move on to Raikkonen's 2nd pit stop. Oh my god. The pit stop system has got to change. Just bring the lollipop person back. That way they can say when they're... Because sure, when the light's on, the driver doesn't know that there's a guy still on their car, working on his car. That light could come on by accident, and then he can just go when there's a guy there. Just like what happened today. Well, yesterday, by the time I'm recording this, but... Yeah, well. Basically, he went to go, the light was on, the light was green, and because there's no lollipop, he obviously trusts the light, and he went, before one of the wheels was even off the car, and the guy at the left rear tyre was still trying to get the tyre off, and then it was absolute disaster. All hell broke loose for Ferrari after that. He got ran over, and he broke his leg in 2 different parts, I believe. So yeah, let's hope he makes his speedy recovery. But yeah, it's got to change, because yes, they wear helmets in the pits, but let's be fair, their head is the only thing that's being protected at the moment. Oh my god. Fix it, F1. But it's the FIA. They're probably just going to wait until someone gets seriously injured or killed. Then they'll change it. So Raikkonen was out, and yeah, it was an absolute disaster for Ferrari after that. And well, up until that point, because Vettel was getting chased down by Bottas because Vettel was on the softs that he put on like 10 laps in advance, like 10 laps before. So yeah, it wasn't very good for Ferrari. It wasn't looking very good. And then we move on to oh my god, Haas F1 team. What were they doing? Grosjean's coming out of the pits. I believe someone else was coming out of the pits as well. Then Grosjean cuts across in front of Magnussen. They almost collide. Both of them were almost out. Magnussen was running in the points at that point. They both almost collided in the space of 2 corners. They pit Grosjean at the end of that lap. It's like, what are you doing? Oh my god, I just don't get it. So obviously, Australia, they had the loose wheels. This time, it would have been their driver's fault. It was their fault in Australia why they couldn't score points. But this time, it would have been the driver's fault. Thankfully, none of them retired, and Magnussen still scored 10 points for them, which he pretty much should have done in Australia had not been for the loose wheels, but oh well. Then there was oh god, I can't even remember what even happened after that. I think after that this was when the chase down was happening between Bottas and Vettel. With like 3 laps to go, Vettel's tyres were absolutely dead, and they had been like 7 laps before that, because they were pretty much gone like lap 48 or 57, and then Bottas was catching with 3 laps to go, and Bottas tried to make a move down the inside, and Vettel left him plenty of space because Vettel knew if he tried to fight, his tyres would have went pop. I mean, I was just waiting for Silverstone from last year, where Vettel gets a puncture, and then Vettel gets a puncture, and then Gasly goes through, gets a podium, and everyone goes crazy, and it didn't happen, and Vettel was able to nurse his tyres right to the end and won the race by 0.7 of a second, well, 0.699 if you want to be specific, but, well, technically 0.7, and Bottas just... Surely, if like a good 5 or 6 other people were in Bottas' situation, chasing down Vettel, they'd be like, hang on, he put those softs on around the same time I put these on, and my tyres are a harder compound, let's get right on the back of him, destroy his tyres, and then we can win this race. But he didn't do it, and then he cost himself the race pretty much, and he ended up finishing 2nd. But yeah, Pierre Gasly, just again, 4th place. I can't believe it. Well, probably, I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, this is showing that Honda are making gains. In fact, he actually made a statement over the radio afterwards saying, now we can fight. Oh my god, yes, Pierre. And, so that's it for race reviews. So, let's take a look at the Drivers' Championship standings after that. So Vettel now obviously leading by with 50 points. Hamilton second, 33, 17-point gap at the top of the table after 2 races. Bottas now in 3rd after his disastrous Australian Grand Prix, now with 22 points. 4th is Fernando Alonso on 16. 5th is Kimi Raikkonen with 15. 6th is and then 6th in the World Championship is Nico Hülkenberg with 14. 17th? 7th is Daniel Ricciardo now with 12. 8th, Pierre Gasly now, also with 12. 9th is who's 9th again? I can't even remember. 9th was Kevin Magnussen now with 10 points. And 10th is Max Verstappen with 8 points. 11th is Stoffel van Dorn with 6. 12th is 12th is this is exactly what I mean. How crazy it was. 12th is Marcus Ericsson now with 2. 13th, Carlos Sainz with 1. 14th, Esteban Ocon with 1, and everyone else is still yet to score. But the order they'll be up on the screen is up anyway, so yeah. Then there was the Constructors' Championship. So Ferrari still lead the way with 65 points, but Mercedes are closing the gap now. They're second with 55 points. Third is McLaren Renault with 22 points. They were targeting beating Red Bull going into this weekend, especially Alonso, and they did that, didn't they? And obviously because they're retirements, but still, it's a joke. Fourth is Red Bull with 20. Fifth is Renault with 15. Sixth is Toro Rosso Honda with those 12 points. Thank you, Gasly. My God. Seventh is Haas with 10. Eighth is Sauber with 2. Ninth is Force India with 1, and Williams are the only team that's yet to score. We didn't even talk about them because they were just nowhere the whole weekend. So yeah, that does it for this race review. I will see you in a couple of days for my predictions for the Chinese Grand Prix. So goodbye.